Welcome back, and I am back with a part 2. That's a continuation to the first video we had about half hour ago. Hoping some of you will jump back on to discuss Tom's video and how he interprets. Now, I have never knew that Tether actually has its own chart. Question is, against what is Tether being traded against? Because it's Tether, but against what? Against dollar? Against what? So that's a question number 1. 2, as we do know that money started coming into platforms, and everybody, when they sell their coin on exchanges, they'll actually sell it to Tether and then go back into trade from Tether to whatever coin they wanted to trade. So based on that, as we can see, we started increasing money flow into Tether from February, and we are still continuing to flow. So I don't personally believe volume has any meaning to do to a crash. I think it's just that there's a lot of money being held right now in Tether based on trading. So I can say that volume here would probably represent more of the dollar amount that's available, that is being held in Tether. That's about it. Now, when we compare Bitcoin to this, we know in January, February, and March, we had huge growth. As we can see, in March, we had this huge growth as well as in Bitcoin, and it lasted to April. In April, we had some drops, which here we had some increases, but during the March area, we kind of went sideways in Tether. We did not have any growth. Now, in April, May, we had crash, which here we had some crash, and actually in June we had more of a crash, which doesn't exactly support an opposite or too much resemblance to Bitcoin. So I'm not sure, would Tether have any meaning of any sort of a crash or not crash, and how it actually impact crypto market. So that is just my interpretation. Now, as we go back to Bitcoin and analyze Tom's video, Tom's believe that this is just a blow, and it's for where is it? Let's switch this to 30 minutes and see what we see. All it is, Tom sees that this is a cup and handle. So this is a big cup and handle, and it might actually pump up to 34.4 and then spill over. We already reached the 33.8. I guess 34.8.7, maybe 5, 6, 34.6. I guess it would actually even out for this side. Guys, I even have a hard time saying this. If we go back that high, then why do we want to come down? Hey, those of you that just joined, Definitely come back and watch the beginning. I just don't want to repeat. But the tether video that Tom did, unless I don't understand something, because this is a new, I didn't even know the tether has a chart. I just don't see how those things have any sense with some things Tom said. Again, I'm not. Maybe he studied tether in the past. I have not studied tether. I just my point of view based on what I hear and how that can replay. Um, where are we going from here? According to Tom, we're going down. Let's go to 1 hour. We are going definitely somewhere. The question is where. And looks like more trade comments. FTP ONG target achieved at 1932, which 1934. Wow. When it received was already at 19.5 or 19, yeah, 19.5. I'm not sure how he made it into 1934. Okay, let's look at this. And I noticed lately my computer has been slow. So we come up, we drop, and as we drop, we kind of dribble, and we slow down. We get this bounce. Due to a small drop, we will not have a strong push, but we might have somewhat push. Hey Neto, hey Slavic, do you think Matic will blow off the top more considering the run up that Bitcoin just had? Um, I will get back to it. Let me actually see what we have possibility in, because Bitcoin, a lot of the coins respond to Bitcoin, and I believe Matic has some opportunity to pump due to the recent 2 hour pump in the last 2 hours. That's actually what happened and what actually to come. But I believe it was already as the high as it can be from a pump earlier this week or the end of the last week. So that's where I personally believe Tom was looking for a pump, which was already the top and they had no more room to go. But hold on, that's you're talking about Matic, and I'm talking about H bar. Sorry, my fault. Okay. Just give me a. I'll go to Matic. I still feel we might be going to 38,000. Let's look at Matic. Okay, Matic is within a trend. When you take the candle from here, you adjust the candles here. As you can see, it's been coming up and kind of bouncing from it. It has not significantly broke through it. It is still in this trend line. Now, if we adjust this trend line up to here, then it kind of working on bouncing, breaking through. But as you can see, it immediately pulled back. Even if we go this far and actually, catch it on here, which we kind of had slight breakthrough. Same thing, what we kind of having a slight breakthrough here. But what you are seeing is this reversal right here. And this reversal compared to Bitcoin, and we're actually going to look at Bitcoin. See, this Bitcoin kind of reversed, and it's kind of as it came up to 33.8. It's kind of sitting right now at the 33.5 in the region of its high. It's bounced back, but right now it's sitting with Matic. It came back about third or a fourth of the pump. It just went back too far. And let me actually see, because I know I had Matic, and it's at negative, no, that's negative 120%. So it's still higher than. So it did. So what I can say, it did pump quite a bit up in the last couple hours, higher than normal, and then it pulled back in due to this trend line. So the only way Matic will go any further is if Bitcoin continues going further. And this is actually where Matic is starting raising questions. Do I have the trend correctly on Bitcoin? Because there's a possibility my trend is inaccurate. Because if Matic bounce back, I might be having, I'll just grab anywhere, touch itself on one of these candles right here. And then let's see, or this would have to be, okay, this will not work. So I would have to be somewhere out here for it to actually, no, that would not be accurate. Okay, let's do this. This seems like might be some crazy looking. So we went on top of these two candles in the beginning. And we right now, that would be as close as I could create this trend. As you guys have actually watched me creating this trend. Still, I noticed Neto you have left. Net, I think that's probably net. Um, the only way Matic would actually continue up is Bitcoin continue up. Matic has hit the trend line, which Bitcoin is sitting on something as well, possibly. We'll see what Matic's doing. Bitcoin is again pumping again. Mathematic's trying to follow Bitcoin, trying to continue to pump. Let's have some patience, see what happens. Tom has now supported my belief we will be going to 38. He believes this is a fake out with a big drop. Let's see. Let's have some patience. And I might have some patience as well, see what happens. Take care and blessings to every single one of you. Oh, I didn't end the broadcast.